Hello. The Grand Union Leicester section and River Soar have always held a special place in my heart, for it was on these waters some 50 years or so ago that I was first introduced to inland waterways by way of a family boating holiday. As an impressionable young lad, it started in me a lifelong passion for waterways which shows no sign of going away. To be honest, I'm a bit apprehensive about coming back in case the modern day reality doesn't measure up to that 50-year-old dream. But never mind, we're going to have a go. Let's start by having a look at a map. The Leicester section of the Grand Union and the River Soar form the main north-south link on the eastern side of the waterway system. The Leicester line is an amalgamation of what were formerly 5 separate navigations: the Loughborough navigation, the Leicester navigation, the Melton Mowbray navigation, the Leicester and Northampton Union, and the Old Grand Union. They were all brought together as part of the later Grand Union Canal in 1929. Together with the river, it amounts to 66 miles of delightful cruising. We are approaching the Leicester section from London on the Grand Union and join it at Norton Junction. This toll cottage right on the junction is to die for. It was once lived in by the head of the Salvation Army. Through the bridge there are permanent moorings on the right. Dead slow here. The triple-moored workboats push you off the centre line of the channel, and it's quite shallow. Welton Field narrowboats at Welton Hythe and Welton Haven provide moorings, boat building and all services. Like all the boatyards of the Leicester section, they are friendly and helpful. Now, some boats solve the problem of battery charging with wind turbines. Others have solar panels, but these guys have sparked an idea for a green alternative. But where's the little wheel? At Watford Gap, the canal passes underneath the A5 Watling Street and then under the West Coast Main Line Railway, just behind the Watford Gap services on the M1, as all 3 transport systems squeeze through the same tiny gap in the hills. Just along the B Road is the pretty village which gives Watford Gap its name. It's a surprisingly peaceful place, with no clue to the transport mayhem close by. The church of Saints Peter and Paul has a delightful peal of 6 bells. The Watford locks, together with the Foxton locks at the other end of the summit, form a barrier to wide-beam boat traffic which could otherwise pass from the Thames right through to the Trent. The locks were built in 1814, and there have been schemes to widen them ever since. The small brick building below the flight houses the pump and control gear for a back pumping scheme. Lockage water is continuously pumped back to the top of the flight. The idyllic lockkeeper's cottage has recently been sold by sealed bid right at the bottom of the house price slump. What a chance for a buy of a lifetime. The top 4 of these 7 locks are arranged in the form of a staircase, which means that the top gate of one chamber becomes the bottom gate of the next chamber, and so on all the way up the flight. They also have side ponds, which require the use of an additional paddle built into the side of the lock. You'll be pleased to hear, therefore, that there's always a lockkeeper on duty who will provide instruction and assistance in the correct operation of the lock. The side pond can store about half the water used to operate the lock, so it's a very worthwhile saving. The paddle to the side ponds is colour-coded red, and whichever direction you're going in, you always open the red paddle first to temporarily store the water in the side pond or draw water from it. The Top Lock cottage has a fabulous view of the entire Watford Lock site.